what takes place those 2 days?
Okay, so ARRL Field Day is basically it's a contest as well as a trial run for emergency communication. The whole idea is to go out to a remote site, set up a communication system, and then for 24 hours, we get on the air and make as many contacts as possible. The contest covers all of North America, including Canada. It's a great event. Like I said, it's a trial run for emergency communications. So basically what we have to do, set up our station. We have to generate our own power. We don't use any existing antenna structures. We have to set up our antennas and everything on site the morning of the contest. It's great. It's a lot of fun. We get out there and we generally have a cookout. We've got the good fortune to live right next to Mount Magazine, which of course everybody knows is the highest point in Arkansas. So we get to use that for our base of operations. And we really do enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
How has the mindset of those who think of ham radio operators from, say, 30, 40 years ago to today, what's the concept of ham operators compared, from then compared to today?
Well, that's a really good question, Daren. I don't think a whole lot has changed. More new operators, I think, are getting into ham radio because of emergency communications. They see the need, and they join our ham radio community just to so they have something that they can fall back on. And then once they get started in it, they realize just how much fun it really is. So, but we've got a lot of old time ham radio operators that have been hams for, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, or more. We've got some people in our club that have been hams for over 50 years.
I think a lot of people nowadays think of ham radio operators as the ones that follow and track and communicate during severe weather. Is that the case? And has that gotten bigger over the last several years?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we've got a lot of hams that's their whole driving force, is getting out there and storm chasing. I myself am a certified storm spotter. And I'm involved with Aries and Races and all of the, whenever we have a severe weather in the area, we've got a local weather net that we fire up. Of course, your former weatherman there, he, I think, was a ham as well. And we used to talk to him on occasion. And yeah, we've got a lot of hams that are involved with spotting severe weather, and we do have a direct line to the National Weather Service. So a lot of the reports that you get whenever they say a spotter has sighted a funnel or whatever, most of the time that's usually a ham radio operator.
The event itself, June 25th, 26th, can anybody come out and just watch? I would assume that's a good learning experience.
Absolutely. We would love to have people just come out and visit with us. As a matter of fact, we can get you on the air. This is one of those events where we take advantage of what's known as the third party rule. If we have a licensed ham there handy, we can have a non-licensed person talk on the radio under their tutelage, and it's perfectly legal. So, come on out. We'll put you on the air.
I wonder how many will do that and get hooked.
Well, I've known of several. Tell you the truth, it's been my experience that once they get a taste of what's going on the air, that they kind of fall in love with it.
All right, where on Mountain Magazine are we doing this now on June 25th, 26th?
We're going to be at Brown Springs.
Okay, and that's pretty easy to find.
Yeah, it really is. When you go up to the top of Mount Magazine, there's a road that runs right past the visitor center. And when you get up the road just a little piece, there's a Y in the road. And one side goes to the lodge, and the other side goes over to Cameron's Bluff. And if you go past the Cameron Bluff, then you come up on Brown Springs, and there's a sign up. Well, we'll have a sign that marks our field day event. We've got a big, like an 8-foot banner that we put up so that people can find us. But anyway, it's not hard to find. And if you miss us on the first pass around, that's just a big loop on top of the mountain. So it'll come back around. You can find us.
All right, Jim, I appreciate the time. Have a great time out there that weekend.
Oh, we're going to. It's going to be great.